So welcome everyone. This is 7.3, the proving the identity portion of the section. So I have two identities for you guys for us to prove today. The first one is 1 minus cosine 2x over sine of 2x equals tangent of x. So obviously the left-hand side is our the more complicated side, right? So we're going to be working with that side. But I know that tangent is going to equal sine of x over cosine of x. Okay? So if I turn it into sine over cosine, I can get it to tangent, right? So that's that. And I see a bunch of double angle formulas for cosine and sine. So I look at the double angle formula sheet, and I notice that there's only one for sine, right? The double angle formula for sine. There's only one formula. For cosine, there's a lot, right? So my first instinct is to plug in sine of 2x, right? Use this formula, 2 sine of x cosine of x, and plug that in and see where it goes. All right, so over 2 sine x times cosine x, right? And again, I think to myself, okay, I need sine over cosine. Cosine is my denominator. So I want something to cancel out the 2 and the sine of x. Before you guys just jump in, right? Take a step back and analyze. I want to go here, right? Start off with the end in mind. I want to go here, but I have this. But if I cancel out the 2 and the sine of x, then I would have a cosine and hope that the top or my numerator would be sine, right? So then I go back 1 minus cosine, the double angle formula for cosine. I want to get rid of sine. So I have a 1. So I think this one right in the middle would be the best, would be the most efficient, right? So I'm going to plug that in. 1 minus 2 sine of x. So we have 1 minus, and you need these parentheses because it's a minus. Okay? Because eventually our next move is going to be distributing this negative, right? When I distribute that negative, it becomes 1 minus 1 plus 2 sine of x, right? Over 2 sine x times cosine x. 1 minus 1 is the 0, okay? So I have 2 sine of x over 2 sine x times cosine x. Oh, yeah, I forgot the square here and here. Yeah, because it's 2 sine squared of x. Okay, that's what the formula tells me, right? So that's that. And then I know that 2 divided by 2 is just 1 and 1. One of these signs will cancel out with this sign, and we're left with sine over cosine, right? Which equals tangent of x. So since that looks like that, we should be good. Yes?
Oh, the -1, yeah, that right there. When you distributed the negative.
No, but this one's positive. No, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. We could honestly use whatever one that we want for cosine of 2x, right? But it'll just take more steps if you guys aren't efficient with choosing. Okay,
We're gonna have to memorize it.
later. So I'm going to show you guys that we can just by choosing something else. Okay. So let's say for the top one here, the cosine of 2x, I chose that first one. 1 minus cosine squared x minus sine squared x. Okay. Over sine of 2x is still 2 sine of x times cosine of x because that's the only option. So again, if I distribute out the negative, I'm going to be left with 1 minus cosine squared x minus or plus sine squared x over 2 sine of x times cosine of x, right? Now it's 1 minus cosine squared x, correct? What is 1 minus cosine squared x? Sine squared x, right? Yeah, because sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1. And if I subtract cosine squared x from both sides, I get sine squared x equals 1 minus cosine squared x. Right? Yeah. So this equals this. So what I put in parentheses in the orange is actually equal to sine squared x plus sine squared x over 2 sine x times cosine x. Well, sine squared x plus sine squared x, that is 2 sine squared x's over 2 sine x times cosine x. And I have the same thing here, right? This is the same exact step as this, and then we can just go from there, okay? So it doesn't matter which one you choose. There's definitely going to be a more efficient one, okay? But if you guys choose something else, that's fine. Okay? Questions? Okay. So my next one, my last one is this. Tangent of x equals sine of 2x over 1 plus cosine of 2x. So again, my right hand side now is more complicated. So again, since I only have one formula for sine of 2x, I'm going to plug that in. 2 sine of x times cosine of x over equals tangent of x. Tangent equals sine over cosine, right? I need to get rid of then 2 cosine. I need to get rid of the 2 and the cosine. I already have a 2 here, right? And I have a cosine here. So I'm going to use that. 2 cosine squared. So it's 1 plus, in parentheses, 2 cosine squared x minus 1. I actually don't need the parentheses because it's a plus. So 1 minus 1, they become a 0. So I'm left with 2 sine x times cosine x over 2 cosine squared x. Right? So then one of these cosines cancel out with this cosine. So I'm left with, and the 2's cancel out as well. Make 1 and 1. So I'm just left with sine of x over cosine of x, which equals tangent of x. Okay? Questions? No? Why did I distribute the negative here on the first one? Because it's a negative. Yeah. I can distribute the positive, but wouldn't it be the same thing? Yeah. Okay. So those are your notes for 7.3. And I'll see you on the next one.